Hey guys, this is Cliff and you're watching Cooking with Cliff on the YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be preparing for you a zucchini bread. Zucchini is one of those summer vegetables that comes out of the garden. People give you plentiful when they just have way too much. What are you going to do with all that zucchini if you're not going to fry it up and have it with some nice mozzarella cheese and tomato sauce? What else can you make with it? You can make a zucchini bread. It is delicious, it's hearty, it's healthy. It's really one of those breads that is sort of like a carrot bread or a date nut bread. It's just got all kinds of really wonderful flavors in there, reminiscent of mom or grandma, whoever used to make you breads when you were a kid. I enjoy this bread very, very much, and I hope you do too. So stay tuned for a moment, and I'm going to show you all the ingredients you're going to need. It's very easy to throw this together. You're going to set your oven for 350. You're going to make two 9-inch loaf pans. So here are your ingredients. You're going to be using 3 cups of grated zucchini. Then you're also going to be using 1 2/3 cup of sugar, 2/3 cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 4 large eggs. You're going to mix all those ingredients together in your big bowl over here. And when you finish mixing those all together till they're well blended, you're going to come out over here and you're going to start throwing your dry ingredients in. You got 3 cups of flour. You can use all-purpose flour or whole wheat. You have 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground clove, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. You can also use a 1/2 cup of ground nuts. I'm actually going to be using 1/4 cup of that because I'm only going to be using it in one of the loaves because somebody in my household does not care for nuts. I love them, so I want them in mine. Then I'm also going to be using 1/2 cup of raisins. So you mix all those ingredients together in that big old bowl over there. Then you come on over to your pans that you have greased with shortening. Only the bottom of the pans is necessary. They're 9-inch loaf pans. And then you're going to throw them in your oven at 350 for an hour and 10 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes, depending on whether you have electric or gas or what have you. Alright, so we're going to mix our ingredients. If you come on over here, I'll show you. We have the 3 cups of zucchini and 4 large eggs. We're going to mix that together. I'm going to break up my egg yolk and throw them all together. And then I'm going to be throwing in my 1 2/3 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Make sure I got every bit of that. And we have 2/3 cup of vegetable oil. So I'll throw that in as well. Stir that up good. And once you get that all mixed in together, very well blended, then you add your dry ingredients. So let's come right over here. I'm going to be throwing in my 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And you just blend that through. Make sure it's mixed well. The flour is absorbed by some of the moisture. This makes such a delicious bread. I hope that your family enjoys it as much as my family always has. My mother used to make this when we were kids, and I used to love the smell of it in the house, especially around the end of the summertime when everybody's gardens were overflowing with lots of zucchini and summer squash, and what she couldn't use on the table as a side dish, she was like, okay, what am I going to make with this? And she would start making all kinds of breads. And zucchini bread is one of the ones I actually really enjoyed. So she used to make that special for me with the walnuts because she knew I loved the walnuts. Alright, so we got that all mixed together. Then we're going to throw in our baking soda, our salt, our cinnamon. Make sure you get all that good stuff in there. Our ground cloves, and our baking powder. The ingredients will be listed at the bottom of this video. So where it says more information underneath here, the whole recipe will be there for you. So if you didn't have time to write down the ingredients as you saw them when I was introducing them, the entire recipe will be written in where it says more info at the bottom of my video. Alright? So once I get that all mixed together, I'm going to throw in my raisins first. I'm going to throw half of this mixture into one of my pans, and then whatever's left in my bowl, I'm going to add the walnuts to that, and then throw that into, or pour that into my other loaf pan, so that will be my loaf. I love nuts so much. I'm married to one. Okay, so now I'm going to throw my raisins in. Mix that. That's good. It smells delicious already. Even raw. I wouldn't eat it this way because there's so much eggs in there. But it's really, really going to be delicious. So here we got one of our loaf pans. I'm just going to pour half of my batter mixture in there. You can eyeball it if you're good at it, or you can measure it out if you're not. So I'm usually pretty good about this. So there we go. You can get a little messy too. So there's half. There's my other half. I'm going to take my walnuts. I'm going to throw those in there. Okay, so I didn't measure perfectly, which is okay because I'm the only one who's going to be eating this anyway, so it's going to be a little smaller loaf than the other one. But that's fine. But if that's the case, if you do that, and you make one smaller than the other, this one might come out of the oven a little sooner than the one with more batter in it. So just be cautious of that. So after an hour, you might want to check the one that has a little less batter in it. Alright, make sure you get all that good stuff in there. Good. Beautiful. Now they're ready to go into the oven. So you want to place your rack in the middle of the oven and put both pans, which actually turns out to be pretty even. So I'm going to check them in an hour and 10 minutes. So when the oven goes off, when the timer goes off, in an hour and 10 minutes I'll check them. I'll show you what they look like at that point, and then I'll show you what the finished outcome is going to be. Stay with us. Okay, everybody. So my zucchini bread actually only took about an hour. So depending on your oven, whether it's electric or gas, you might actually want to check it after about 55 minutes, because I think I could have taken mine out a few minutes earlier. However, this is what the bread is supposed to look like, maybe just a little less brown, but honestly, it's still delicious. You can see it's got some nice grain in there because it has all those wonderful ingredients. So I'm going to take a bite. Oh, that is so good. Ah, yum, yum, yum. You're going to love this. So, enjoy it. I hope you share it with a lot of people because it obviously yields quite a bit. Bon appetit, and as usual, more good cooking coming soon. Thanks, guys.